Hey guys, so it's been a few weeks now since I uploaded last, and the reason for that were kind of beyond my control. There were some extenuating circumstances as to why I haven't been uploading. Let me explain. So about a month and a half ago, probably closer to a month and a half, we had some pretty good storms come through the area. Along with, some 40, 50, 60 mile an hour winds. And, a lot of trees came down and power was out for a lot of people. It was a mess. And that also created a different problem. So one nice feature about the sawmill is the fact that it rolls really easily. That's great when you're milling. And I've noticed before that even on days where there's just a really light wind, I'll look at the mill and it'll start moving down the track. I mean, that's how well this mill rolls. However, when you combine that with a really strong wind, bad things happen. So, as far as I can tell, and of course I wasn't here when it happened, but I can make a pretty good assumption that the mill came flying down to this end of the track. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's actually a little bulge in this stop here at the end, right in there. It kind of bulges up a little bit. So what I think happened is that the sawmill came flying down to the end of the track, hit here, and as you can see, some of these feet aren't even on the blocks anymore. It shifted this whole 1,000-pound machine, a good 6 inches down off from the blocks. Now, initially I was planning on attaching these to the blocks, but as you can tell, I had not done that yet. And then also, it somehow managed to kind of shift the mill, and it got the rollers off the tracks on there too. So at the place where I'm living currently, I've got my grandpa's old tractor, and it's got a front end loader on it. And so I thought, yeah, okay, I'll get that out here, hook it up, I can lift this off, no problem. And then it was just one thing after another. One thing happened. Okay, I can't do that yet. I can't do this yet. And then finally, now about a month and a half later, I finally got it out here. So today we are going to attempt, and hopefully that old thing will be able to lift this carriage off from here, set it off to the side, then we can get the tracks back up on the blocks, make sure that's leveled up, and then lift the carriage back onto the tracks, and we'll be ready to go. And also, over the last few weeks, I've managed to bring a few logs out here, but of course, since the mill's been off the track, I haven't been able to do anything with them. But they've been dead for a while, so I'm not sure if I'm really going to get much, if anything, out of them, but it'll give me something to kind of mess around with a little bit. Got a few cherries, and then I think that was some species of oak. Well, she wasn't too sure about it, but she did it. She got it off from there. Okay, that's awesome. This thing's kind of old. It's a 1964 Massey Ferguson 35 Deluxe, and my grandfather actually bought it new in 1964. So kind of cool to have that out here on the farm now. Kind of a piece of family history. So now that we got that big hunk of steel off from there, we can try getting these tracks back on. So side to side, it actually looks pretty good. I just realized that the battery is dead in the laser level, so I can't use this to check it. And then also, I forgot to bring out the big, like 6-foot level to check the lengthwise with, but I'll at least give it a shot with this one and see what it looks like. Okay, as far as I can tell with this one, and I think it would be a little bit more accurate with a longer level, it appears to be, surprisingly enough, it appears to actually still be pretty level, even after getting knocked around like it did. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and put the carriage, put the head back on the tracks, and then when I'm back out here at a different time, I'll bring the other level, the longer level, and I'll get some new batteries in this thing. So I just opened up the mill and I realized that someone decided to take up residence inside of my my bandsaw mill. There's a little bird's nest and there's an egg inside there. And unfortunately there's not much I can do about it because, well, it's gotta go. Okay, so after running the mill here for a little while over the course of a couple days, as far as I can tell, it seems like everything is working fine. There's no lasting damage or anything to the mill after the little incident there. Although I would say that that could be something that Woodland Mills could improve on future designs or models of their saws, and that would be to add in some sort of an anchor so that you can latch the head of the sawmill here, you know, to a certain point on the track so it can't roll. So that way, you know, in the event that you are gonna have a big windstorm, or even, you know, if you're just leaving the mill for the day, you're done using it, latch it on, and that way it can't roll. It'd be something real simple that I think could be a big improvement on the mill. And actually, another thing while I'm at it that I'm not overly fond of, but it's all right, are their different scales or measuring sticks, whatever you want to call them. They've got 2 of them that come with it for different size lumber that you're cutting, and they're all right. I'm not real crazy about them, but I don't know. I may look around and see if I can't find something else, some other type of scale to be able to put on here to use instead. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I apologize for the long delay in between. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.